are these people?
All right, Canadian.
Oh,
I had to hit you with this one. Since this
yeah.
made you laugh, well, we've got to make fun of your parliament. Anthony Rota had to step down, and Krista Friedland still thinks that clutching her hands and saying nothing whatsoever and having as much a word salad as Kamala Harris is the right way to go when being asked about condemning and cheering, whether you should condemn or cheer Nazis. So we're in clown
Dude,
world now.
I'll say it a million times over. As someone who studied psychology, that's like she's trying. Okay, you seem like she's somewhat composed, but as someone who's trying to hide obvious anxiety on camera, I can tell you that woman was probably having a panic.
Oh, that hand
Like,
squeeze
straight
was
up.
all the tell. Oh, yeah.
Straight up. It's like if you're trying to keep your shit together completely and you're still giving off tells that bad, no, dude. If that camera weren't rolling, she'd be hyperventilating into a bag. Like that was just like, oh shit. Everybody's gonna find out that we're just a bunch of Nazis.
Yeah, well, remember that this all started out with, again, there are no Nazis in Ukraine. Now,
nope, none.
I'm not going to play the video, but if you go to our INN Rockfin channel, there are 4 videos, a series of 4 videos that our friend Joe, hi, it's me, Joe, and again, I'm not going to play it, but there is certainly there are 4 videos about no Nazis in Ukraine, and you could go to Rockfin. Now you can watch Rockfin channels for free. This is not, you don't have to pay to join Rockfin. You can watch Rockfin for free. Rockfin.com/INN. I just wanted to mention that. Joe did make some videos showcasing that there are a lot of Nazis in Ukraine. And in that vein, Danny Haifong did a stream about it, and Robert Durden funnily posted this link to the Scott Ritter video where they're streaming. But what I thought was hilarious was just using the SS for the messed up. Just, that was messed up. By the way, Danny. Damn.
That was pretty chef's kiss, I'm not gonna lie.
That
was a good touch.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, this is where we're at. And the hilarious thing is, like, I'm just seeing more doubling down every day. Which, I'm sorry guys, but all the red flags should be going off in your brain where you're like, wait a minute. Why is there such a lockstep effort to beg for nuance when it comes to Nazi shit? Why is that happening? It's because the reality is, with liberals and conservatives, both of them, conservatives far more obviously, if they had to choose a side between Nazis and communists,
they choose Nazis every time.
Every time. And that one article we all saw where it's like, just because someone fought against the USSR doesn't make them a Nazi. That's all you got to hear. Because the subliminal messaging there.
Oh, we're going right now. Like, we're going that right now. Here we go. Okay, now. I did not have Finding Nazi Apologia on Substack notes in my 2023 bingo card. However, in response to this Racket News, Matt Taibbi and Walter Kern, America This Week, that's the podcast, making fun of the fact that they were saluting a Nazi. This person, I'm a little disgusted with the portrayal of Hunka as a Nazi who participated in the Holocaust, and then explaining that they were faced with the choice of submitting to another Russian invasion and pogrom against the Ukrainians. I think that's known. I don't even want to discuss it. Okay, this was long before the atrocities of Nazi Germany were known. No, it wasn't. And almost half Americans didn't care in the least about what they were up to. What? And when? Okay. So then he, of course, quotes from the Euromaidan Press. I'm not going to link to it. I shit you not. And those who oppose are helping Ukraine fight Russia with everything we can't possibly spare. Jump on this kind of repugnant bandwagon. Yes. So, a Jew, no less. Hunka fought in the Waffen SS. And that's what Fisto had to say. Fuck you and your downplaying of the horror of war. Basically, he was like, well, he had no choice.
No, he had to, because he had to. Guys, I'm just gonna set the record straight here. If you think the USSR committed atrocities anywhere close to the level that Adolf fucking Hitler did, your brain has been turned into soup by McCarthyite propaganda. And you should read a little more and understand a little more. Because I don't know what else to say to you. Nazis and communists, I know a lot of conservatives will try to be like, they're the same thing. They're actually on they're polar opposites on a fucking spectrum, okay? Fascism and communism aren't the same thing. And stop treating them as such, because that's what the rich and powerful want you to do. Because as usual, they never want you to figure out the solution to the problem of you being anxious every week that you're not going to be able to pay a bill or make rent or any of these other things, because our whole world is owned by fucking corporations. And that's where we're at in 2023.
Certainly not the final solution. Good. Proof that there's nothing off the table when it comes to justifying whatever nonsense Team Blue's up to. Just don't call me a Trump supporter, am I right? They're the real Nazis. That's my favorite comment in response. That's awesome.
My buddy said something funny over the weekend. He's like, you know what? I think I'm going to become a right winger just out of spite.
Well, Oz has been talking about voting for Trump just out of spite to the liberals at this point in Washington.
Just because of a fuck you.
They're going to go blue, and Washington's likely going to go blue anyway, so you might as well.